Good evening. 17th Lok Sabha election schedule has been released by the Election Commission. The moment election schedule is released, model code of conduct comes into the picture. So it is already into the force. But today, let's discuss some of the important points with respect to our elections. So these are the general elections and these are the Lok Sabha elections. When I say general elections, these are the elections where the people in the country are permitted to vote. We know that we always say that India is the largest democratic country in the world, meaning a larger number of population in our country are permitted to vote in the elections, and this time 90 crore population are going to exercise their right to franchise. So meaning is simple. If you look at India, we conducted our first elections in the year 1951 and 52. And today, this year, 2019, we are going to conduct the 17th Lok Sabha elections. So when we conducted the elections in the year 1951 and 52, that election continued for a period of time. And the election started in the month of October 1951 and ended in February 1952. Since it was the first election in India, it took a lot of time. But over a period of time, the time has been reduced. Right, that is the reason why if you look at the election of 1980 election was conducted within just 4 days. But this time again this time we are going to conduct the election for 39 days. So meaning, as the number of voters are increasing, you need to arrange the facilities for the people to vote in the elections, and all these are the responsibilities of the election commission. And we already know that the election commission is a constitutional body which has been entrusted with the responsibility of conducting free, fair and impartial elections. And that is the reason why, so whether our democracy is really existing or not, that will be, this is seen in the form of, these elections, whether the people are going out freely, fairly, and whether they are permitted to vote impartially. If it is done, then India is considered to be democracy. Of course, the word democracy has very, very, very large meaning when we discuss. Polity. I explained you the meaning of the word democracy many times, but otherwise, in a democracy, a one person has one vote in one election. So that is the meaning of this democracy. So demos means people, cracy means government. So this is the government that is formed by the people. That's the reason why in the Lok Sabha elections, we, the people of India, we elect our own representatives. And we know that in Lok Sabha, there are 545 seats, right? Out of these 545 seats, two members are nominated, and the remaining 543 members are elected by the people. That is the reason why entire India, what is India? 29 states plus 7 union territories. So this entire area put together is called India, and this great India, large India, is divided into 543 constituencies, meaning from each constituency a group of people will be contesting. There is no limitation that how many people can contest from single constituency. In India, we have a multi-party system. We also permit independent candidates to contest in the elections. That's the reason why, since it is a democracy where we have multi-party system, larger number of people will try to contest in the elections, right? And this, out of so many people from single constituency, anybody who gets the highest number of votes will be declared elected, and that person will become the representative of the people from that particular constituency for coming 5 years. What do you mean by 5 years again? Because the term of the Lok Sabha is 5 years. A person who gets elected to Lok Sabha will have a term of 5 years. So please remember all the points. So now, in India, we call it, this is single member constituency. It was a question in UPSC examination, preliminary examination, few years back. Single member constituency means From a given constituency, any number of people may contest. But at the end of the day, once the counting is done, only one person is declared elected. Only one person is declared elected, and that is called single member constituency. That's the reason why, if you look at entire India, there are 543 constituencies. From each constituency, many people will contest. But at the end of the day, from each constituency, only one person will be declared elected, and that person is the person who gets highest number of votes in that particular election, and that person is declared as a member who is elected to the Lok Sabha. Fine. So this is what is happening in India since the year 1951, and this year we are conducting 17th Lok Sabha elections, right? But how many constituencies are there in this each state? It will vary from state to state. Say, for example, though I say 543 constituencies are present in India, these constituencies are not evenly distributed, because in if you look at different states, we have a variation in the population. As there is a variation in the population, there is a variation in the number of representatives from each state. That's the reason why you look at any state where you got a larger number of population, from that state you have larger representation in the the so-called Lok Sabha. Which state has got larger number of population? Uttar Pradesh, right? So Uttar Pradesh has got highest number of members from that state in the Lok Sabha, meaning 80 out of 543 constituencies in India, 80 constituencies are present only in Uttar Pradesh. Meaning is simple, from Uttar Pradesh alone, 80 members will get elected and they represent Uttar Pradesh in the Lok Sabha. Right. So next comes Maharashtra. So this is the state where you are sending 48 members. Right. So similarly, like West Bengal, you are sending 42 members. Fine. So like this, it will vary from state to state. Say for example, Goa. From Goa, you're sending only two members. Right. So why only two? Uttar Pradesh is also a state and Goa is also a state. Uttar Pradesh has the largest population, 80 members. Is that okay? And when it comes to Goa, so Goa population is less and number of representatives are on just two. Similarly, if you go to Sikkim, from entire Sikkim, there is only one constituency in Sikkim. So hope you are getting this, right? 80 Uttar Pradesh, one Sikkim. Like this, it will vary from this state to state. I'll just give you some figures for the examination point of view. I want you to remember this. Okay, so the state with the highest number of Lok Sabha constituencies is Uttar Pradesh, and second one is Maharashtra with 48, and third one is what is this? West Bengal with 42. But when it comes to some states, like I'm talking only about the states, my dear friends, I'm not talking about the union territories. So if you look at some states, Sikkim, please remember this: Sikkim, there is only one constituency. Nagaland, only one constituency. Mizoram, only one constituency. So please remember this. Is it clear? Sikkim, Nagaland, and Mizoram, right, have got only one constituency. So meaning is simple. These are the states with the lowest representation. Right? I told you already. In Goa, you got two. But similarly, if you look at all the states in the northeast is always important for us examination, and there is a very, very important part, integral part of India, right? If you look at northeastern states, in Arunachal Pradesh, you got two constituencies, two Lok Sabha constituencies. Nagaland, I told you one. In Manipur, you got two. Mizoram again one. Tripura again you got two. Meghalaya also two. Is that okay? Fine. Nagaland and Mizoram, one each, and Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, sorry, Manipur, Tripura, and Meghalaya, so two each. Fine. And what is the other state? How many states are there in the northeastern region? Seven, right? So without, I'm not including Sikkim. Without including Sikkim, you got seven states in the northeastern area. These are called seven sisters. Is that okay? And just now I read six names, and other name is this Assam. Please remember, out of these seven states in northeastern region, the state with highest number of Lok Sabha constituencies in the northeastern region is Assam. Right. So please remember. So this is 14. So from Assam, the representation in Lok Sabha is 14 members. Very, 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 very important. Is that clear? Similarly, if you look at our, these union territories, how many union territories are there? Seven union territories are there. Out of these union territories, except Delhi, except Delhi, remaining all union territories have got only one constituency. Delhi is the union territory, national capital territory, with the highest number of Lok Sabha constituencies, seven, very large area. You are aware of that, right? But otherwise, remaining all, like maybe Chandigarh, Andaman and Nicobar, this Lakshadweep and all these things, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu. So these are all, they got only one constituency from that area. So I want you to remember these points for the examination point of view, right? And as the recent past also I told you, currently Mr. Sunil Arora is the chief election commissioner. Ashok Lavasa and Sushil Chandra are the other two election commissioners. Please remember the names. Sunil Arora is the chief election commissioner, and Ashok Lavasa, Sushil Chandra are the there's two election commissioners. Please remember, our Indian Election Commission, the so-called ECI, Election Commission of India, is a multi-member body. So where you got one chief election commissioner and some other election commissioners as decided by the President of India from time to time, right? And chief election commissioner, other election commissioners, all are appointed by the President of India, right? And kindly remember, this time 90 crore people, they are going to vote in this election, right? And this also includes the voters who are between 18 and 19 years of age. This will also include transgenders, right? 38,325, and NRI voters, 16 lakhs 77,386. So like this, the total is coming to 90 crores. Fine. And also remember, just now I told you, the first election that was held in the year 1951 and 52 was considered to be the longest duration election in India. And we took 120 days for completing this election process. The reason is simple. It was the first election, and India conducted elections for both Lok Sabha and state assemblies together at that particular time. And that was the reason why it was a very, very larger one, right? And if you look at India today, along with Lok Sabha elections, along with 543 constituencies, we are also conducting elections for four state assemblies: Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and we are conducting for this what is called Sikkim, and we are conducting for this Arunachal Pradesh. So like this, these are four states we are conducting the these elections. And please remember, let me tell you this point. Like 1980, right? It was the eighth Lok Sabha. This was the very, very short period, a very short period. It was conducted just completed in 4 days. Very, 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 very important one, and you have to remember this. Okay. And please remember, for the examination point of view, what are the states in which you are conducting the elections, assembly elections? I told you already: Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim, right? And I have some more information I'll tell you, right? For the first time here, all the candidates who are contesting the elections, apart from submitting their this criminal antecedents and other information, they should also submit the IT returns for the last 5 years, right? So this is the first time this is being introduced, right? So meaning is simple. If IT returns of the past 5 years is not submitted, there is every possibility that election commission may, this reject the nomination form, right? So, and I want you to remember all the points what I have told you, and I also want you to remember remember this name of the chief election commissioner, and names of other two election commissioners, when the first election was conducted, and what was the duration, what was the shortest duration election that was conducted in India, right? And I also want you to remember, along with the Lok Sabha elections, what are all the states that are going for assembly elections this time. Fine. And of course, Jammu and Kashmir elections, assembly elections are also to be conducted, but election commission decided not to conduct Jammu and Kashmir elections now because of the existing situation in Jammu and Kashmir. But with respect to the Lok Sabha elections, right, even Jammu and Kashmir also, so this is going to be conducted along with this remaining constituencies. And please remember, this time we are going to conduct the elections in 7 phases, and it's going to start on April 10th, and April 11th, and it is going to April 11th, and it is going to be ended on seventh phase will be on May 19th. And this counting will be on May 23rd, right? So on May 23rd, and on that particular day we'll come to know what exactly is the situation, whether the existing government will continue, or new government, new political party comes to the power. So we need to wait and watch. So depending on the current scenario, it is very difficult to analyze what exactly is going to happen, right? So there are so many factors that are there for and against the government. So there are so many factors for and against the this opposition parties. So various opposition parties from various states are coming together, and they are forming a group to fight against the current government. So we'll be watching this election scenario very closely, and whenever some important things or developments will take place, so we'll have a detailed discussions. So thank you so much for being with me this evening. I wish you all very, very good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow with more current affairs. Thank you so much.